Hello again, my friends. I hope you're doing well. Sending you tons and tons of love. And today I want to talk about how our relationships are changing. My friends, our relationships are changing and shifting. And all of our relationships, our romantic relationships, our friendships, our work relationships, our acquaintanceships, our internet friendships, all of these relationships, are shifting and changing right now on a big level. And the ones that aren't quite aligned are falling away and new ones are coming in, and we're learning, we're being shown more deeply people's true intentions and also their wounding and also their light. And it's a really beautiful thing, but it can seem like a lot is just shifting and changing and moving, and you're not quite sure which way is up and what's going on in these relationships. We're coming up to a full moon as well, so that amplifies all of this energy, right? So as we go into the full moon, we might notice that these new things that we're recognizing in the people around us, or the things that we saw before but are now being amplified, will continue to be amplified. And I just invite you to have compassion for yourself and for other people during this time, because there's a lot of emotion also swirling around in all of us right now. And it can be strange to see relationships that you once cherished shifting and changing into something that might not be recognizable or might just seem different. And different doesn't necessarily always mean bad, but our minds can tend to perceive the difference as something bad before we actually have time to observe and to witness what's actually happening within the shift, if that makes sense. So I'm feeling called to just invite us all to slow down and really take some deep breaths during this time, this next few days as we come into the full moon, and just slow our breathing and our heart rate and slow our reactions to the shifts and the changes, because a lot is happening, a lot is moving, a lot is changing energetically. And you'll notice in your relationships that there might be some communication issues, there might be some static where things don't quite make sense, or you're not quite on the same level. And this is just what happens sometimes, and it can be easy for the mind to make a bunch of stories about it, I'm not even going to give examples and put ideas in anybody's head, but if you're finding your mind is overactive about your relationships lately, know that you're not alone. There are so many people, pretty much everyone I've talked to lately is going through the same thing. They're noticing that the relationships in their inner circle have been shifting and changing, and it's feeling really weird and uncomfortable, and they're not quite sure what to make of it. Just know that during this time, what's happening is everything around you is showing whether it's aligned with your frequency or not, whether it's aligned with you and your path or not. And people come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? And we can create suffering when we try to jam people into the category that wasn't planned for our lives. Does that make sense? When we try to take our season people with us for the lifetime, it doesn't work, because it's not supposed to be that way. Not everyone is meant to be in our lives for our entire lives. Sometimes we're just a blip on each other's radar. Sometimes we come together and crash and separate. Sometimes we come together and we dance for a decade or two and then we go our separate ways. And sometimes some people are with us for our entire lives. And all of this is just part of the beautiful cosmic dance that is what happens in this universe, right? And there's a reason that there's so much talk in the spiritual communities, plural, about non-attachment and how attachment can create so much suffering. And that's where it comes to, trying to fit people into a category that they're not meant to fit in. When we get too attached and try to bring people with us that aren't supposed to come with us in this next leg of the journey, it creates static and tension, because that's not how it's supposed to go. And it's just not aligned. It doesn't mean it's good or bad, or you're better or worse or anything like that. It's just not aligned. And it doesn't mean that you might not become aligned again down the road, but for this portion, maybe you're supposed to walk separate ways. It's just a part of life. But our relationships are changing right now and shifting quite a bit. So if you're experiencing this, like I said, no, you're not alone. It's happening for a lot of us. And it's happening to show us how to trust our intuition and show us the more finer tuned aspects of alignment. I was going to elaborate, but I was just cut off. This is all happening to show us the finer tuned aspects of alignment. That's all it is. And that's all I've got. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this lands where it needs to land. Sending you guys all of my love and gratitude. Thank you so much for supporting my channel and supporting my shop, and for all of your beautiful, generous donations. My goodness, I'm just overwhelmed all of the time. Thank you for your time and energy in the comments section. Thank you for being kind to each other and for supporting the channel and each other. So until next time, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.